Hi, it's Joe and Pat Pauly. Welcome to the Quilt Report. Pat's visiting from Rochester, New York, where she lives, to teach up in Napa Valley at Pokey Bolton's conference. And she stopped by for a couple of days, so we've been having a great time. And one of the things that we've done is to look at this quilt that I made with fabric that Pat made.
Right.
So she gave me this piece of fabric, told me to cut it up into small pieces and use it.
Yeah.
And I didn't. I left it almost whole and used it in here. And I created this quilt called Robbing Peter to Pay Paul that nobody really likes. I mean, a lot of people are not wild about it. It was not a big crowd pleaser on Facebook. My wife made me take it off the bedroom wall. But it turned out to be what I like. Pat looked at it and said, "You know what you should have done?"
No! Well, I said you had to cut it up. But then, it's not my favorite quilt of Joe's, and I have my favorites. But so I had to ask, why do you like this quilt? Like, why keep it? Why do you like it?
Why do I like it in one piece instead of cutting it up like you suggested?
Well, as a piece.
So I like it for a number of reasons. One is I like to make things with big shapes so that the quilt looks bigger than it really is.
Right.
It's only 6 feet square, but it has a kind of, to me, a more of a monumental feel if it's big pieces like this.
Right.
Whoa! So I like that.
Right.
And I like the fact that it's not a crowd pleaser. I like things that don't work. I myself am a people pleaser, and I work really hard to do that. Well, that's a lot of wasted energy, and I like it when when I can get outside of that in my own quilt. What do you think would have made it a stronger composition?
Oh God, if you had cut this up, so these wouldn't be quite so round at all times. Yeah, it just kind of pulls me in, and there isn't much delineation between these two values, and so I keep looking at this as being, I wish it had a boundary or something, because the shape is this, anyway, that's that. But the question is, you keep it around, you didn't cut it up, you didn't get rid of it, you didn't use it as the dog bed.
That's right.
So
it would have made a good one.
And I think what happens is we make these things that maybe somebody else doesn't like or respond to as we do. And I think the point is that I don't think you need to get rid of them. Even though we put all this energy into making this, a huge amount of energy and time and thought and all this angst to make them. But for some reason, it's something you wanted to do, and you had to make it. I do the same thing. I make these things, and if it doesn't please me, they don't leave the wall. But they may not be the crowd pleaser. They may not be the perfectly content composition that everybody wants to see.
Yeah, that's right. And it's okay. People, I feel, are too precious about quilts in general.
Right.
And you feel like, well, I can't take a chance. If something is not precious. Well, guess what? I can take a chance that it's not precious. It could turn out to be just a blanket. I could flip it upside down and never use it for anything to show. I don't have to be precious about this. It's a quilt that I made.
Cut it up.
But I like it.
Yeah, see,
and I'm
that's
never
the
going to
thing.
cut it up.
Yeah.
This is the way. This is what I wanted to do.
In my book, it's always better when you cut it up. Even one cut. I mean, this is John Carden's fabric, right? And it looks fantastic cut up and juxtaposed. I know. It's one of my bugaboos.
I did cut it up.
I know.
Thanks for stopping by. Do what you want. Talk to you later.